Hey, what is going on? Today we're here to talk about one of my favorite guitar players, Jerry Cantrell from Alice in Chains. He's got some really cool riffs. They call him the riff master for a reason. He does a great job playing lead and rhythm with being the only guitar player in the band. I do really prefer his early stuff back in the Lane years. That is my favorite. But they do have some pretty good tunes with William Duvall as well. Just want to talk about some of Jerry's riffs today. Let's dive right in. I'm going to start with this one. This is off their third full-length CD release. It's called Again. Pretty good tune right there. That's a great album. Probably Dirt and the self-titled Alice in Chains are my two favorite. Although I got to give an honorable mention to Facelift also, because Facelift has a different feel to it. It's got a little bit more of a glam rock feel. Funny story, back in early 1990, I do believe, when a friend of a friend of a friend's girlfriend, or something along those lines, worked at a music store, brought Facelift home to listen to. They're giving promotional copies to listen to at the record store to promote the new album sales. So my buddy Corey brought this home. I hated it. I was listening to a lot of crazy music back then, a lot of Deicide and Carcass, just crazy death metal stuff. Don't get me wrong, I do still enjoy that music, but the Cookie Monster vocals, and it's just not my thing anymore. I prefer a cleaner vocal line. But anyway, I hated it. It just wasn't my thing. But it grew on me years later. I really didn't start getting into Alice in Chains until the Dirt album was released. That came out, and I loved it. It's got some great songs on it. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Jerry does a really good job of playing rhythm and lead guitar player all in one. And he doesn't overplay. Their songs are just not completely crowded with guitar parts all over the place. There's a lot of good space for the riffs to breathe. That's one of the things I like about it. I like about his playing. He's also really good at dialing in a real good sludgy, heavy tone that really fits the Alice in Chains sound. Some of my other favorite riffs he does. This one here is another one. Real simple riff, real spacey riff. That one is Wood off of Dirt, which is their second CD release. That song's just got some really cool phrasing in it, cool dynamics. The end of the song is great too. It really has a build up to it. The end of it sounds like this. Great ending. Throws that Hendrix chord in there. That's one of my favorites. Sounds really good with an E flat tuning, which 95% of the Alice in Chains songs are all in an E flat tuning. Just means you tune your whole entire guitar down a half a step. Just gives it a little darker feel. And we're moving right along. We're going to go to the Facelift album now. This was the one that I hated when I heard it. We're just going to have to talk about the song that everybody's tired of hearing, Man in a Box. Everybody's tired of that song. I know, I get it. Used to play it in a couple of bands I was in over the years. It was always a good crowd pleaser. But you can't deny the song's impact. It's a great song, real cool, real heavy riff. But man, I'm just tired of hearing it. So we're going to move right along to something else. Another one off the Facelift album that I really, really liked was Sea of Sorrow. The intro to that song, it was, I believe I heard a demo. It was originally done like on a keyboard or something. It goes like this. Just a cool riff. Really like the style he uses to play, play some of the intros he has, and he's just a great guitar player, one of my favorites. I don't need to continue praising Jerry because we're talking about riffs. So we're going to move right along to something else. This one is called I Know Something About You. It's a good one. I'll probably mess this up, but you'll get over it. See, told you. And then it goes into something pretty crazy like yeah, it's crazy like that. I keep screwing it up, so I'm not going to bother you with that anymore. That's off of Facelift, like I said. I Know Something About You. It's just got a swingy kind of feel to it. I really dig the tune. And let's see, moving right along. Does a lot of stuff in drop C sharp too, which is just drop D with your whole guitar tuned down a half a step. Got to mention this one right off the bat. Nope. Yeah, We Die Young. That's a good one. That is one of the songs I liked always off of Facelift, even when I first heard it. Just a lot of that album just was too glammy for me at the time, which is kind of stupid, but hey, I was young and dumb. Got to mention this one. This is off of Dirt. This is also one of my favorites. song's got a really cool feel to it. It's also got a really creepy music video. If you've never seen it, you might want to check it out. I just really dig creepy stuff like that for some reason. And I think that's when the band was at their best. 91, 92, they were just on fire. But unfortunately, Lane was going down a bad road, and we all know how that ended. Let's see, what else do they have? Oh yeah, back to the first album. Song on that Facelift called Sunshine was always one of my favorites. Let's try that again. Whoops. Song just has some cool time changes there in the between the chorus and the verse. Always really struck my ear. It's also a really fun solo to play. I'll see if I can remember it, but I probably don't. See? Jesus, one more time. I told you I'd screw that up, but you get the idea. All his solos and stuff are really fun to play, the ones I know anyway. But I don't want to take up a whole lot of your time. I am going to do a part 2 to this video because he does a lot of acoustic sounding riffs that I really like as well. They're not necessarily acoustic. Some of them are, some of them aren't. But they lend themselves really well to an acoustic setting. Most of these riffs were found on the 2 EPs. One was called Sap. The other one was called Jar of Flies. Anyway, I am going to do a part 2 to this because, like I said, I dig Jerry. Anyway, thanks for watching. You guys have an awesome day, and we'll see you next time.